Jared Dillian. Own your money. Own your life.
I'm Jared Dillian. This is the Jared Dillian Show. If you want to call to talk about your money, please call 844-305-7800. That's 844-305-7800. This is the Jared Dillian Show, and we're here overdosing on Viagra with David Mannen of Carolina Pines Realty, giving him a financial proctology exam. We talked about all his debt. We're going to talk about cash next, okay? So what do you have in the way of savings? When I say savings, I don't mean stocks and bonds. I mean just cash.
Like in our checking account.
Checking savings.
80,000.
Ooh, that's pretty good.
Yeah, well.
That's actually almost too much.
Yeah, I don't know. I like having it.
Yeah, there you go. There you go.
That's why I don't pay a student loan.
All right, so let's go through the math here. So what I tell people on the show is that you should have $10,000 at a minimum or 6 months of expenses. So do you have any idea, just an average month, how much money you got going out the door?
Probably about $5,000 a month.
Okay, so 6 months, $30,000 bucks.
Mm-hmm.
So basically, you need $30,000 in emergency funds. You have $80,000.
Right.
Why?
That's a good question. I don't know, honestly.
I mean, it's a good thing. I'm not.
Yeah, no. Well, a lot of it's because, banks like having it. Like a lot of the times for the properties, I like to use a line of credit, an unsecured line.
Mm-hmm.
And if you have a large amount of cash in their bank, they're more likely to give you a large amount of credit.
All right, that's a good reason.
So yeah, that's partially.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, that's great. I mean, it's absolutely great. So one of the things I talk about in the show is that you need emergency funds, but you just want a lot of cash hanging around because you can take advantage of opportunities.
That's why.
Yeah. Well, like let's just say, for example, house comes up at the foreclosure and you can't get a loan fast enough. You don't have access to capital. You can just put $50,000 down.
Yeah, and there was a house that came up. I get emails, notifications when a property comes up. And they're not always foreclosures. Sometimes estates and just homes that have been in disrepair that I'll get. It came up. Well, I'm like, well, I could buy that. I could buy that tonight. I could make an offer on it, and I have proof that I have the money. And I don't have to worry about, going through a bank and getting a mortgage and all that. I can deal with that later. But yeah, it's nice to have it when you need it.
Yeah,
that's kind of what I'm doing. I mean,
ladies and gentlemen, there you have it. That's why you have cash, to take advantage of opportunities, because cash is an opportunity to buy something cheaper in the future.
And now, you might want to buy BlackBerry stock.
No, BlackBerry.
Whackberry.
I mean, BlackBerry, the funny thing about BlackBerry, the funny thing about the Wall Street Bets people pushing out BlackBerry, that's actually a real business. Like, they make the software for cars. They're out of the mobile business, but they make software for cars, and it's a real business. They're profitable.
See, I should know that stuff before I buy these things, but I don't.
We'll get to that in a second. All right, so you're married and you have 2 kids.
Yes.
How old are your kids?
3 years old and 10 months old.
Are you thinking about college?
Oh, yeah. For me or them?
Yeah, for them.
Oh yeah, I mean, yeah. I hope they go to college, but maybe they won't. Maybe they don't want to go to college. It may be too expensive.
Well, yeah, maybe not. So, do you know about 529s?
My wife does. We got those college savings funds. We have those.
They're 529s.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
You're sure?
She's doing it. She's got them in She got out of New York because New York has the best.
Yep. How much money do you have in those?
I don't know, honestly.
Yeah.
I know she told me at one time, like, it started at like 10, and then since the pandemic, it like is ripped. Like, it's like, she was like, there's like 25,000 in there. I'm like,
oh, that's great.
Wow. That thing's doing better than my IRAs.
I forget all the rules on 529s. I read about them a long time. I'm not really the expert on 529s, but if they don't go to college, then you can get it back. I'm pretty sure you can get it back.
Yeah, I asked about that too. I'm like, well, what if he what if he wants to go to trade school or something like
Well,
that.
they can pay for trade school with that too.
Yeah, they would.
Yeah. Give me an estimate of your household income.
Well, it's gonna vary every year based on me, but based on what you were saying, I think we're gonna be a 15%er.
Yeah, top 15%.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is that amazing?
Yeah, I guess.
I mean, because you heard me do that segment.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah,
I was listening.
Everybody thinks. Nobody really has a grasp on what that income distribution looks like, and they think, I make $150,000 a year household income. I'm middle class.
Yeah.
And it's actually not the case. You're pretty high up.
Yeah, I mean, what it does is it just, if I need tires, I can just go buy tires. I don't have to get the Goodyear credit card and take 3 years to pay for it. You know what I mean? It's like that kind of stuff.
Yeah, but there's some things you can't buy.
No, I can't buy a Corvette.
Yeah. Do you have life insurance?
Yes.
What kind of policy is it?
I'm not real sure. I just know we got it.
Do you know what the death benefit is?
One is $150,000, and the other one is we pay it into it every month.
It's a whole life policy.
Yeah.
Oh. Okay. How much do you pay into that?
It's $100 a month.
That's not that much.
Mm-mm.
Yeah. I'm not a big fan of whole life. So the rule is on life insurance is that you should have 2 times your income per dependent. Now, your wife's not a dependent because she works, but you have two children that are dependents.
Mm-hmm.
So if your income is about $75,000 a year, you should have $150,000 each for both of your kids.
Yeah.
So you should have a death benefit of $300,000.
Yeah.
I think you have less than that.
Probably. Yeah. I mean, combined though, we each got the 150.
Oh.
And then I think she's got, Amanda, my wife's got one through her job at Coastal.
Well, if you both have a death benefit of 150, then that's pretty good. I have a term life insurance policy I don't even know why I have it, but I just, basically I told my wife that I want the most expensive coffin of all time. I want a stereo system in the coffin. Anyway, we'll be back in a second. I'm Jared Dillian. This is the Jared Dillian Show.
The Jared Dillian Show.